Hey guys,
Oh, did it work?
we're not sure if it's working. We just spent I'm not sure how many minutes, 6
All right.
minutes
All
trying to
right.
fix
I
this.
think it's working now.
It was stuck and we're trying to figure this out. So hi everyone.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
As you can tell, this is our first time, so we are not exactly sure what we're doing. We're hoping to make it work on time, so apologies.
Dinosaur Valley Internet. Actually, it's very good. We have 200 megabit service here. And it's pretty busy tonight. Actually, the campground's pretty much full, but
Yeah.
it's still pretty fast. Hopefully we're showing up all right. Hi, Dane.
Hey, that's awesome.
So yeah, Dane said earlier that, about time we did a live stream. We just never really think about it. But now we're a little tight on time. We're working a lot, and trying to make videos at the same time it's not working out very well.
Yeah.
Of course, we haven't been able to do any vlogging. We've mostly been working on videos from the rally.
Yeah.
And
Hey, howdy.
Tux Adventures, howdy, back at you.
Tux Ventures, yeah.
Tux Ventures, yeah. Tux Ventures.
There it is. Hey. Yeah, we're
Dane from Minnesota. MN is Minnesota, I think, right?
I don't think
MN.
so.
Montana? No, it's MT.
So
Minnesota.
terrible. We need to Google it.
Puerto Rico. We love Puerto Rico.
Oh, that was a fun place. MN code. Yeah. That was Minnesota. Okay.
Minnesota. Okay.
Perfect.
Yep, Minnesota.
Yay. So
Albuquerque.
Wow.
Texas. Hey, that's where we are.
Yay.
Wisconsin. Cincinnati.
All over the place.
Wow.
That's awesome. Thank you guys so much for coming. Maybe it's a good thing that we were a little bit late, so like everyone can actually join in.
Yeah. Well, I'm so used to my mindset with videos is like it's going to be quick and to the point, but with live stream, it's more just kind of hang out and chat.
Yeah.
Hi, Carlos. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Oh. I actually miss making videos. I have a bunch kind of lined up, but we're not traveling anymore, so we're not really doing anything kind of fun and exciting. And we've been, I don't know, working between 30 and 60 hours a week at the campground. And when I was doing the videos at the same time, I was doing like
do some prep work and you turn it on and it's working. So that's awesome.
Hi, Chuck. 2 hours away. That's not too far.
That's awesome. Watching your
Dominican Republic.
We haven't been there yet, but it's high on our list. It's a beautiful place. We have some friends from that area, so I'd love to visit it someday.
Hi, Tanner. Yeah. Weatherford. That's not far from here.
Yeah, I think it's pretty close.
Ohio. We love Ohio. Fort Worth.
Ah, hey, it's like about an hour away. Not even.
Yeah, about an hour.
Yeah.
Yay. We just went up there. We went up to Fort Worth and we checked out the water gardens, I believe, and it was.
Half of that was closed though, so we're a little disappointed. We saw some pictures that looked beautiful. When we actually got there, aside of them, like that main wall was kind of off. So we're like, oh, maybe next time we go there, it'll be open.
I think it's probably down for maintenance.
Possibly.
It's like it's pretty old.
Yeah, it looks cool though. Hey.
So what's everyone up to tonight? It's Friday. We just. Oh, geez, Carlos, thank you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Oh.
We just finished work about, I don't know, half an hour ago, and then we were fighting with our computer trying to get it to work, and it kept saying that you haven't allowed access to the camera. I'm like, yes, I have.
Yes, I did. They were like trying to fix it. A little hectic.
Reset a little bit.
Yeah. Aw. Logan Run. Okay.
Eric, yeah, to the stockyards. We have a friend that told us to go there, and we went up at night for dinner, and I guess they closed at like 4 or something, so I think we missed it.
By the time we got there, it was kind of too late, so maybe next time. Oh.
Hamilton, Ohio. I guess the only thing I'm really familiar with in Ohio is Sugar Creek.
Yes.
And the town next to it. I forget the name of it.
NuCamp Factory.
Yep.
So apologies for any noises. We're still at the campground. So there are a ton of people and kids with their little bikes and little cars. There's this cute little girl riding her like tiny little baby
It's
car.
like a little
adorable
Barbie car.
style. Yeah. So
it's a busy night tonight. We're hanging out in our camper, and where are we right now? We're in our camper at Dinosaur Valley RV Park, which is in Glen Rose, Texas.
It's right next to the state park where they have like those dinosaur prints. It's pretty cool. You can actually go up there and see the real prints.
What's the name of that river? No,
Paluxy River.
The Paluxy River, which I guess the people around here call it the Pluxy River.
Oh, it's an old and only famous for the movie Logan's Run. Oh, Fort Worth, I would imagine.
Fort Worth. Oh,
I
no,
think.
the Stockyards.
The Stockyards. I got
Logan's Run. All right. Maybe we'll
We'll
watch
have to
that.
look it up. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a friend that keeps telling us to go up there and check it out, but we haven't made it yet.
Where are you guys right now? Yes, we just answered that. Texas, Glen Rose. Yeah.
How do we like working at the park? We love it. This is our third time coming here. The first year, a little story time, I guess. So the reason we ended up here was we were coming from Florida to Texas back in the beginning of 2020, January, February.
With COVID.
And we were actually in, I always forget the name of it, El Paso,
yes.
Far West Texas.
Yes.
We were about to go into New Mexico, and we got we heard that the governor was going to announce whether she was going to close the state or not. So we waited, found out that they closed the state, and we realized that we should probably stay in Texas and find a campground. So we drove back east across Texas to some place that had some trees and greenery, so there was a little humidity. And we also knew that the state parks were starting to close, and this place was brand new. They had opened about a month and a half prior. This is back to the very beginning of 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And we were calling around. A lot of RV parks were full. A lot of full-time RV people were either going back home, which we don't really have now.
This is our home.
Yeah. Or they were hunkering down in RV parks. And we saw this place. We called them. We said, hey, can we stay with you guys for a couple of months? And they're like, well, we just opened. We don't do long-term. And then I was like, okay, no big deal. Half an hour later, they called us back and said, sure. So we ended up staying. About like a week later, the owner.
Yeah. They had some electrical issues, and Scott was able to help them out. He's super technical, as you may have noticed, possibly. So the owner was super happy that Scott was able to fix the problem, and he also had some tools, I think.
I had some wire nuts that they needed.
So he was impressed, and he was like, do you guys want to work here? We're like, sure. So
we thought about it for like a week, and then I was like, yeah, sure.
And we were starting basically like just basic maintenance, watering trees, like cleaning up, like all your typical work camping job. And then last year we got here right before that crazy ice storm. So
right before you.
Yeah, and we left like literally 3 days, but like before it hit, we were super lucky. But this year, as you may have noticed, diesel prices are insane, and we mainly travel. So staying in one spot for a while was pretty exciting for us. Like we didn't want to spend, like $7 a gallon. That's crazy.
It's crazy. We went from filling the truck up every day or two. Sometimes we'd stay in one spot for 3 or 4 days, but usually we'd drive basically a tank of fuel for the day. And
too much.
Yeah.
Too much money. Yeah.
So we made a beeline from Quartzsite. That was our last long stay when we were at the rally. And while we were there, we're like, what do we do? We actually had plans to go back to it's nice. It's very, very clean, very neat. The owners are they're easy to get along with.
Yeah.
We have access to good internet, all of that stuff. And it's a cute little town.
And we have our own schedule, basically. We have freedom. So we don't have a set amount of hours that most work campers do. That's why I guess we like this place the most. We just kind of, I don't want to say just show up, but we make our own schedule, and the owners are super nice people. So we like it here.
So, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I'm reading the questions. There was a question.
Is the Cummins deleted? It is not deleted because it's still under warranty. I would love to do that, but we're about 60,000 miles. I still have a 100,000 mile warranty on it, so I'm not going to touch it.
Doug said, hey guys, enjoy your videos. Thank you so
Doug.
much. We appreciate it.
In the Fort Worth Stockyard. So that was the one thing that we couldn't figure out is what's the point? And Chuck, thank you. So a live cattle drive every day, even on Sundays. That's interesting.
For some reason, we thought maybe it's like only the weekend thing.
Yeah.
But
so that's what it was.
That
We got up there at like 5:30, 6 o'clock, and we realized it was closed. So that would be really fun. That's kind of a very Texas thing. I'd like to go do that.
And then another fan from Ohio, Adrienne, I believe I'm pronouncing correctly, hopefully. You've probably answered this before, but where did you get the name Stony Boot? Hey,
you can answer that one.
That's a good one. So, as you know, I'm from Russia. So Scott was nice enough to attempt
to learn
some of the Russian language. Didn't succeed, but one of
the words.
Right, that's not learning a language. But one of the words, Stony Boot, that's a Russian word for like anything or something. In his mind, that sounded like Stony Boot.
Well, just say it. Say it normally. Like
Stony Boot.
yeah, to me that's Stony Boot. I'm like it's a boot made of stones.
No.
What is that?
So that kind of became our joke for a while, and then when Scott and I were setting off to go travel, and we wanted to have like our own name, so to speak. We had a really hard time coming up with something that just one word and it's not taken.
Our big issue is we didn't want to do like ultimate adventurers or nomadic something.
Travelers,
we just wanted a single word, and we came up with lots of ideas, but then the domain name was taken, Instagram was taken, YouTube was taken.
That was a pain. Yeah.
So what did we spend like 7 months trying to come up with a name?
And we're like, hey, why don't we just use our joke? It's like it's a fun, quirky name, in our opinion, and it's not taken. So that's how the name stuck, and yeah, we like it.
So we have a Cirrus 920, not the 800. 8-foot Cirrus 820 Cummins.
I think 8 feet or 6.
8-foot bed.
Yeah.
It's a 920, and let's see, we got a few more.
You have your own. Oh, it's actually
the old.
It's on your
I
water
know,
bottle.
Oh, that's true.
So we had our older brands, as you may have noticed. It's still on YouTube, and I believe it's still on Facebook. But we did a poll a while ago, asking like, "Hey guys, what do you think of the new sticker?" We personally like this one way better.
So, all right, on Instagram and Facebook, I think we've already posted about this. I don't think we've posted on YouTube.
We have TikTok and Instagram with the new one, and Facebook and YouTube with the
We've held off on YouTube because YouTube's a little bit more complicated. So we've changed our logo, but not quite yet. So we're rebranding, basically. New colors. We're going to have some new graphics for YouTube. But right now, it's very difficult to find the time to get it done. So we have our original logo, which is what we created ourselves. Actually, the boot was made by a guy on Fiverr.
Yeah.
But we didn't know what we were doing. And one of the problems is the colors are not good. Brown.
It's brown with more brown.
Brown's bad for making videos. So we had that issue. Also, that font it's technically not legal to use. It's not free. And we want to make stickers. And well, actually, we just got these in the mail.
Look at this.
New t-shirt. Because I don't know, I realized that we're YouTubers now, which was never the plan, purely accidental. So we contacted a company to help us rebrand, and the whole thing is that there's a lot to branding that we didn't know, and this is what the result was. We had to stick with our boot shape, but we needed to get the name in there and make it kind of work well on t-shirts and stickers and things like that. We're going to be offering these soon, but not yet. We're a little behind the ball on that stuff right now.
Alrighty. Please, all right. Where can we get stickers? Yes, they will be available on YouTube through our new merch store. It's still, like Scott just said, under work. It's being approved. So hopefully it'll be available soon.
Carlos from Caracas, Venezuela. Wow.
That's awesome. I'd love to go there.
Yeah, South America's on our list.
Oh, you are from New Hampshire. I lived in Wolfboro, Laconia area from 2000 to 2015.
Oh, cool. I have a friend, close friend, who's from Wolfboro. Yeah, I think he moved out by 2000.
Beautiful area.
But yeah, really, really nice. We went to a wedding up there. Gorgeous, beautiful. Gorgeous.
Alrighty. Let's see.
CP, mobile internet infrastructure. A couple things have changed, but not really. I still have the same MoFi 4500. We just got forced to switch to T-Mobile because our AT&T plan that we had got shut down, I guess. And I'm holding off on making any changes until we can get Starlink, basically.
Hopefully soon.
Because our part of what I wanted to do here, one of the not main considerations, but a big consideration for us coming to the campground is I knew that I had unlimited access to their internet. And I had like 8 terabytes of data that I needed to upload. It took me like 3 weeks of just nonstop uploading. So when I make a video, when we record all of our content, when we do everything, it gets dumped to, I synchronize all of that with Google Drive in a couple different places. And that takes huge amounts of bandwidth, like 1 to 2 terabytes a month. So basically all of the cellular options we have aren't enough data. And sometimes we stop at Walmart and use their Wi-Fi. Sometimes we stop at a Starbucks, but it's just too slow. So I think Starlink is the only option that I know of that's going to work for us. So for now, I'm just going to stick with our MoFi, and it hasn't broken. Everything's been fine.
Yeah.
I'd say, to continue your question here, must-have components, I would say the most important thing is a cell phone booster.
Yeah, must have.
Unless we're in a really dense area with real service, it just stays on all the time.
Which most of the time we're trying to be kind of away from that area because we like our privacy, and the whole point is to travel and to explore.
Service, it just stays on all the time.
Which most of the time we're trying to be kind of away from that area because they're also loud, and they can have some issues like problems. So we want to stay away from that. But yeah. So let's see. New stickers better, but I like them both. Thank you so much, Chuck.
Thank you.
Appreciate
well,
it.
we knew that there was going to be people get used to one thing. Like, I like the sticker too, but it doesn't work well as a brand, which I don't know. We didn't know that this was going to turn into this.
It just happened.
Just happened.
Yeah.
And, as we're trying to expand and grow, we realized that this is not going to work for us.
It was a cute little thing for the beginning, but now we're
trying to go a little bit more, I don't know, professional, or try to pretend like we know what we're doing. And thank you. Yes, the t-shirt. Yay. We've dabbled with t-shirts. This logo does not work on a t-shirt. It ends up just being this like
clumpy,
hard piece of plastic stuck to your shirt, and it doesn't look good. So this works well, and we have another design which is
similar to this one. Like this is white, and this is with an outline.
This has, and there's a name for it. They have some fancy design name for it.
It's like an outline, yeah.
But this works well for stickers and like coffee mugs and stuff.
Speaking of that, someone just asked us if we will have, let's see, I don't remember who exactly asked us, but basically if we will have a store like eBay or Amazon. That's also in the works right now. It's like I mentioned, we have YouTube merch shelf coming. Basically, when you're watching our videos, there'll be like a little, I'm not sure,
like a bar at the bottom. A lot of YouTube channels do it.
A bar with like our merch, basically. I think hats, t-shirts, hoodies, stickers.
And for the Amazon thing, yes. So of course, when we do product videos, we put the link in the description. But we found out about the Amazon store, Amazon shop, something like that, where we can actually create categories of like technical stuff and sewer equipment and all that stuff, and put it on there. And we're going to do that, just trying to find time.
We're working a lot.
What type of cell phone booster? Have I ever been to Fun Spot? Yes. Did you go with me?
I
think it was before you
it?
came. It's like a casino arcade place. That's up in New Hampshire. It's a famous place.
Oh man, let's see. Let's see. What started you in your current endeavor?
Well, James, which endeavor? Do you mean like working at the campground or traveling?
Because
I'm gonna wait for you to respond, because
it's a long story.
Yeah, it's a long story.
For both.
Which we made, one of our first videos was kind of about it, but it was really about how we ended up.
Yeah, how we ended up traveling full time, I think.
It's a long story.
So
we'd be happy to skip through it and tell you.
Do you have an expected time that you'll stop working at the park and start traveling again?
Yes. Middle of July. But there's all right. Part of what we wanted to do with this video was this live stream was to have a chance to talk to you guys and tell you what's going on, because we haven't been able to make a video about it. We wanted to make a quick video to explain what we're doing, why we're not traveling. Obviously, the inflation, the fuel prices are killing us. We're struggling financially. Yeah, we have cars driving by. And we figured that we're not able to travel the way we want right now. Between making videos after Quartzsite, we were making the videos from the rally. And, I would say a video usually takes between 30 to 60 hours. It depends on what it is.
And that's just working at...
That's the editing piece.
Yeah, that's just the editing. So you have to record it first. Most of the time, it takes time to find a place to record, set up the audio, make sure the lighting is good, then record, then check that it's recorded well enough to be used. And then he spends, after all of that, he spends 40 to 50 hours just sitting at the computer, literally waking up at 7 a.m. until 11 p.m. So
vlogs are harder because we record a lot of stuff because I don't necessarily
Sitting at
do it into the video, and then I have to go through it all and kind of create a story out of it.
Yeah.
But when I do videos like rig tours, like Avi, or that the red one, what was that guy's name?
Which one? Rugged Mountain?
No, the other one. We haven't posted that one yet.
Lemke?
Lemke, Todd
Yes.
Lemke with his cool retro camper. What I like about that is like a 30 or 40 minutes of recording, then a bunch of B-roll and drone footage, and then it's more linear. I start from the beginning, I go to the end. I don't have to create a story. I just have to kind of make it look good.
Go faster.
So when we were in Quartzsite, we had an idea that we might be having to stop traveling for a while. So we decided to record a bunch of those so that I had some videos to make. And we actually never finished our trip to California because that last video for me is going to be a big one. And because it includes San Francisco, LA, San Diego. It's just a lot of work and I haven't had the time to do it.
Yeah. So,
but our plan is to stay here until middle of July. We were going to leave earlier because we had doctor's appointments, but they have a big event here with Biloxi River Jam. They have live music, and they were like, is there any way that you can stay? They even talked about flying us back, which got really complicated. Yeah. So we decided to see if we could move our doctor's appointments, which I'm sure you all know is very hard.
Especially when you travel full time and they can book you like maybe in 6 months. We're like, how does this even work?
So we're going to leave here middle of July, and then we have about a week to get back to New Hampshire. We have 2 weeks of scattered appointments, and I have to register the truck, get it inspected, all of those fun things, visit my family. Before that, we have to stop in Houston. And then after that, we might go back up to Maine for a little while. We might, depending on the situation at the border, might go to Canada,
we'll see.
Michigan. So yeah, we're planning on traveling again, and then we'll probably find another gig like this because I don't see fuel prices dropping anytime soon.
Hopefully that would be nice. Well, let's see. What type of cell booster do you recommend?
Well, there's a bunch of, I don't want to say new ones, but there's a bunch of brands on the market. They're like knockoff versions, which they're the same technology. All it does is take in radio waves from the antenna and then kind of rebroadcast them at a higher power.
Right.
So we have a WeBoost, which at the time, which is almost 3 years ago, was kind of the one that you knew was going to work well. We just plug it in and it works. So we really like our WeBoost, but I do know that there are some other options on Amazon, in the truck camper forums, on Facebook and stuff. You can find them. They're about half the price. It's like $250 instead of $500. It's basically the same exact thing. But since ours has been working, I haven't really done any research on it. So I would say look at alternatives. Like if you do Google WeBoost alternatives, you'll probably find some pretty good options. It's very basic technology.
So let's see. Nice DJI drone. I own the same one. It has obstacles avoidance. Yes, that's really nice. That's a nice feature.
We have obstacle avoidance on ours, and it's funny because sometimes it works too well. Like I want to go buy something. Where's my hand? I want to go buy something like this,
and it doesn't.
And it gets mad and it goes. But the other thing is that trying to go sideways, it almost doesn't work at all.
Let's see. We were waiting for this one.
Are we still working on the battery solution? That's a complicated topic. It's a secret. I have been working on it diligently, but it's changed direction a lot, and it is not ready to be discussed. It will be probably maybe in the fall.
Hopefully soon, yeah. We're really excited about it. It's a really cool system, but we can't really talk about this yet.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Be a different video.
Amazon affiliate. We do have Amazon. Excuse me. Amazon affiliates. They're usually in the description below our video. So if you want to check those out, feel free.
But we've also been slacking. Like when we do vlogs or if we do a rig tour, there's nothing to really link.
Yeah.
And we don't want to be super salesy. Even though we probably should because we have to make money somehow. I
know with Amazon, I personally didn't know that, but apparently when you use the Amazon affiliate, it just helps us to make.
I find this interesting. The Amazon affiliate program, which of course every YouTuber in the world uses, when we first started using it, we didn't know what to expect down there. You click on it, someone clicks on your link, and it's associated with your Amazon affiliate account. And if, let's say we recommend a sewer hose, but you don't buy the sewer hose that we recommend, you buy a different brand of sewer hose, or you buy a sewer hose connection, we get a different referral. We get a referral fee versus a commission.
But sometimes, like, even if you just click off and buy like dog food, we'll still get like 50 cents.
Yeah.
Like I said, not much, but hey, that helps pay for those fuel prices.
And to put it in perspective, I would say we make between $15 and $60 a month off of that, but we're really not that good at all this stuff yet. I know, like, some YouTubers are making crazy money.
We're gonna learn.
We're gonna figure out how to do that.
Let's see. Great channel. Thank you so much, Joel. Any plans for Canada or Mexico? Yes and yes.
That was actually one of our first plans, but then not first plans. We hit the road in November of
2019.
Was it 2019?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, November 2019. And we went straight to Florida because we had a snowstorm in New Hampshire. And of course, when we left, we were in Florida for like 3 or 4 months. We left and we started heading to Texas, and that's when COVID hit. So then the borders closed, all that stuff. When we were in Quartzsite, we were actually trying to decide, do we go to Mexico or do we go to Texas to work? And what it came down to is when we look at finances, we realized it would be better to go work than not. Mexico's fairly cheap. Like, you full hookups, what, $300 a month?
So many of our friends actually go there like every year, and I'd love to be able to do that. I'd love to go there someday, but maybe, I don't know, maybe next winter or next, I don't know. That would be really nice. And same for Canada. I think I'd love to go to Canada. It's so beautiful.
Well, one of the big things I've always wanted to do is I want to go up to Nova Scotia and Newfoundland.
Mm-hmm.
And last summer when we went back to New Hampshire to do all of our registration, was it last summer we went up to? No, it was the first summer.
Mm-hmm.
We went up to very northern part of Maine. Fort Kent.
Yes.
And we were waiting like every week to hear if they were going to open the border, and they never did. So we ended up running out of time. So we're hoping we'd like to do that. We'd also like to do Alaska.
Yeah, that would be a lot of
fun. COVID really threw the monkey wrench into things for 2 years, but now it's better.
Now it's fuel prices, though.
Now it's fuel. It's like, if it's not one thing, it's another.
We'll see. Maybe someday. Did you have the camper picked out before the truck? Which one was picked out first?
Great question.
We should make a video about it.
We should make a video about that. It's actually on our list of videos. We have like 5 pages of we should make videos about topics.
Basically, I would say we tried to kind of match them, because at that point we didn't have like anything really picked. We knew that we would want to do a truck camper for sure. That was the only certain thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then the more we researched, the more time we spent. Like, we would go and basically hang out in like every single camper that we kind of liked, and we would just spend a day just sitting there, laying down on the bed, making sure that we like it. So, and then I think I would say probably the camper was kind of first.
I would after 3 years of this, my suggestion is find the camper that feels like home. Find the one that you don't have to compromise, like that you can go spend time in it, you can shower in it. I'm only 5'6", you're 5'4", so we're both short.
Works really well.
But even in our shower, which is pretty small, like when we drop something like the bar soap, you kind of have to
like the old
bend down to get it. So if I was 6 feet tall, I don't know. I love the camper. The ceilings are tall, but I don't know if the bathroom would be big enough.
Yeah.
I would say find the camper first, figure out what it's going to weigh fully loaded, and then add another 1,000 pounds to it. We're actually overweight.
I was going to say by fully loaded, I mean like all of your tanks full. And like Scott said, you'll be bringing like your food, clothing, supplies, tools, all kinds of stuff. So at least like 1,000 pounds. Yeah.
And like the weekend camper, the people who go for a month or so, at the end of the trip, they go home, they clean everything out. But with us, we accumulate things, and it doesn't seem like it's a lot of weight, but
it's like
little things like this. We needed this, and then we got some AirPods, and you do that a couple hundred times, and you end up having hundreds of pounds of more stuff. And we're actually, part of what we're doing here is we have dumpsters, and we're getting rid of things. We're selling some stuff.
Decluttering.
Yeah, decluttering. Trying to get our weight down, but also just we're figuring out things that we just don't need. You know, the tools that like, well, maybe someday you'll need it.
Yeah.
Well, 2 years into it, we never used it.
you're always used to like buying just one more thing and like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but we're really like trying to be cautious with that.
Yeah.
Hey there from Connecticut. Cautious with that.
Yeah.
Hey there from Connecticut. Hi Donna. Any chances you guys Booth Bay Brewery?
Well, it's funny you mentioned that. We were just talking to Riley up there. Our issue is the timing of the rally. We often, like, we've extensively toured New England, and the best time to travel the west, the northwest area where we really like to go is during the summer. My birthday is like that, but we end up getting stuck in New Hampshire until July, August, and then by the time we make our way back out west, it's snowing, which is exactly what happened to us last year when we went to Yellowstone and stuff like that. We made a beeline for it.
It was kind of too late. I'd love to go back to Booth Bay Brewery, but maybe not for the rally. So
yeah,
that's my answer.
It's a pretty spectacular place. We loved it, but I don't go back. We love it up there, and it seems like, based on all the camping apps, that there's tons of boondocking. There's hookups. It's not hookups. There's water and stuff like that. So it's very convenient for RVs.
Yeah. Alrighty. Let's see. I think I think it's a good idea for you guys to continue doing live streaming. Thank you.
For town hall, all that kind of stuff. And YouTube has some cool potential to be a business and to help you meet people and get connected. But right now, basically, I do web server management, YouTube, and honestly, that's why we're at the campground, is because we're not making enough money doing that. So,
but I think with YouTube, it's a long game. You have to be consistent, and you have to just keep going, and it's a lot of work. But I think you just have to keep doing it. So, could you see yourself sheer conful? I may be mispronouncing it. I apologize. Could you see yourself going to a smaller truck camper and going to even more remote locations?
Yes.
I would love to do that. I would absolutely love doing that.
We've figured out our routine, and we could go smaller in some areas, but we'd like more storage in other areas. Really what we want is a flatbed truck with...
So I think the only problem with a smaller rig in remote locations is we don't just travel, we also work. So we need internet, we need the supplies, we need a lot of things to work. If we had a home base and weekend travelers, I would love to have like maybe just go backpacking or have like a really small pop-up and just do that. But I do not see myself traveling full-time in a pop-up doing all of the online work. Gets complicated.
Yeah, I guess to clarify that, we could go a little bit smaller because we keep a lot of stuff in the camper that it just feels like clutter. Like there's a whole bunch of stuff up here. And if we could get rid of some of those things, we could definitely change campers, but we would probably still stick with a dually truck. I'd like to be a little bit lighter, but it's actually fine. One of the reasons we chose the Cirrus is because it's a little bit narrower and it's not as much of an overhang on the side, so we can go down tighter trails. Firearms. We've never had any problems. I have firearms, but not with us. I probably shouldn't say I have no issues with guns, firearms. I like them. They're fun. But our biggest issue is not carrying them. It's the legalities in different states. And some states, they recognize an RV as like a domicile. It's your home. It's your place. But there's some states like California and New York that if you get caught with it, I'm more afraid of the legal side of it than I am of the accidental discharge and things like that.
Then also, if you go to Mexico or Canada, you'll have to get rid of them. And I don't know, it just creates more problems right now.
Christopher, is it true you need to position the two antennas away from each other? Yes, because they will over here, and then I have the external antenna as far back as I could possibly go. And if some people mistakenly put them like this, and they will create like a feedback almost. So you definitely want to keep them somewhat separated. And fuel cards.
Yeah, I was going to say that's also your question.
Yeah, the discount card just brings it back down to doing a video with them. And I could never find a better deal than just using Gas Buddy. So I use Gas Buddy. Like if we're driving someplace, going 100 miles, I'll use Gas Buddy to find the cheapest gas. And even if I have to do, you know, a little detour here, it's still a better deal than stopping at a big rig shop. There are a bunch of fuel card, like fleet cards. There, I forget. They don't really work for us.
I also feel like we try to stay away from like major highways just because we'd like to explore more of like smaller towns, smaller roads. So I think if we were to travel more on the highways, we might have used those cards. But
again, if you guys have like suggestions on them, I've gotten into it and I check all the prices and then I compare it to just going to a cheaper gas station. It's always better for me to just go to the cheaper gas station.
Yeah, that's true. And then let's see. Never had to use drone. Blah blah blah.
That return home feature is pretty nice.
Yes.
Freezing issues.
Freezing issue. We haven't had any freezing issues.
You mean freezing like video or freezing in the camper? Probably in the camper. No, the coldest we've been in is like zero. Oh yeah, like negative.
Yeah.
-6, 7 with wind.
In
no issues.
Yellowstone. That was very cold.
Yeah, it was very cold. Yeah,
it was really cold.
No, we've never had any issues. Camper's done very well.
It's a 4-season camper, so I think our tanks, I may be wrong on that, they're protected. They're not necessarily heated.
They are heated.
They are heated. Yeah. They are heated.
It's funny, I'm looking at you.
But I'm looking like, I'm trying to look
so
at
the camera's up here. We can see ourselves, and I'm looking at Sasha on the screen. It's weird.
Whatsoever, and hopefully the one.
I will say with the Cirrus, the one complaint that I've heard, and I don't know about the newer campers, but on ours, which is a 2018, 2019, the outdoor shower can freeze, but we've never had. Have we had to deal with security issues? Knock on wood, we had one issue.
There was one time we were staying at this like municipal park. I believe all the time is really good. It was like reviews were nice, safe, good place. So we were very happy to be there. And so we were getting ready for bed. It was, I think, midnight, and we heard, and we're like, what is happening? Like Scott was like they must be doing some fireworks. It's fine. And then we bed, and I can hear like there's basically that explosion.
And then we had a car rush by, and I heard they peppered the side of the camper with rocks. Like a kid was sitting outside the door.
Rocks and fireworks.
They screamed some not nice words. And then they came back the other way, and we're like, let's go. So we hopped in the truck, and we took off and went to
another, what do you call it, big advantage of having a truck camper. Because you can just drive and you're done.
But I feel like, I mean, you can't take a fifth wheel to where we parked.
Well, I also feel like that was one and only time. We haven't really had any problems.
No. The only other security issue was we were walking around New Orleans, however you're supposed to say it. And we were being followed.
We were kind of expecting, I don't want to say expecting, but we read some things about New Orleans, but
which honestly, we loved it there. It was the food's amazing. The culture's really cool. But it was, we went out not too late. It was just getting dark.
Yeah.
And there was a teenager, maybe 20. He was following us like turn for turn, stayed about 100 feet behind us.
Yeah.
So we popped into a CVS, got an Uber, and went back to our state park. Yeah,
that was secured.
Yeah, but other than that, no, we haven't had any issues. In fact, I think the opposite. Traveling, all the places we've been, rest stops, truck stops, campgrounds, it's changed our perspective on people. Maybe it's just the RV community, truck campers. I don't know. But people are much nicer than we ever expected. Everywhere we go.
Super nice, very helpful. They want to help us out. We just had a very fun encounter back in 2020 in Texas. There's this guy, big dude. We were, I feel like filling up with gas, right?
Dump station.
The dump station. So he approached us asking like, how are you guys doing? And we're like, we're fine.
We had just got a bunch.
We're fine. We're good. We're not like hoarding toilet paper. And so he gets into his truck and gives us like 4 like the package of toilet paper. And
if you need a place to stay, I got a ranch. Come on over.
Like, oh, like thank you so much. Complete stranger. So just super sweet people.
So yeah, I don't know. It's actually a big question, and I don't want to sit here and say that no, everything's totally safe. There's some bad things that happen. But I think it's like your normal day to day driving. The most dangerous thing that we do every day.
Thank you. Drive. The Arts and Sunny Show donated $20. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I would say that, you know, it's more about location. Cities tend to be more troublesome for us.
Yeah.
The few times that we've tried to say boondock in a like a public lot where it's legal, the people walking around, I don't know if you guys are still there. It says our connection is unstable.
Hopefully it's still good.
Let me just test something.
But yeah, basically I think big cities are kind of a no-no for us, but smaller towns, we like it. I mean, it's super safe.
Yeah, we really haven't had any issues.
All right, next are questions.
I set on some change in the future, but for now we're going to stick with what we have.
Yeah.
But definitely stay tuned because we have some cool stuff coming up.
Alaska, Alaska, you need to check out Mark Denali and also Richard Pronicki cabin at Twin Lakes. Okay, that sounds exciting. I think when we go to Alaska, we'll definitely do our research first and then have like a list of places that we really have to go see. It's an incredible place for sure.
So, Carlos, you have a great question. How do we handle our mail? That's actually a video that I have half done.
It's almost done.
But it's very complicated, and we're lucky. My sister is very sweet, and she basically gets our mail and then puts it in a package and forwards it to us. If something important comes in, like a bill or tax form, she'll usually take a picture and send it to us. Now, in terms of getting packages, like I have a monthly medication that I need to get, and I have to get it mail order. And what I found works best for me is I use CVS pharmacy mail order, so they can send it to any CVS. So if like right now we're stationary, but when we're traveling, we know it's going to take 2 days for the package to get here. We're going to be approximately in this town, so I pick a CVS and they ship it there. But let me summarize the video we want to make. Ship it there. But let me summarize the video we want to make, which is how do you get packages on the road? There's a few categories. You have FedEx. No.
General delivery.
General delivery, which is pops type thing.
There's usually a feeling. Yeah, that's some footage. Yeah.
But that's a big topic, and we wanted to make sure we definitely found that the ASOs, it's worth the $5 fee to get a package, unless you know for sure that it's going to be FedEx or UPS.
And also, I was just going to mention, and your previous video was about EcoFlow.
Yes. All right. So going back a little bit, we're into this YouTube thing now, and we're just constantly flooded with sponsorship offers. Like they want to send us products. I'd say 90% of it is
not that good.
Yeah, we don't want it. We try to have some integrity. Like we're not going to make a video about something that we don't think is good. Money is not really a good use of my time. So while we were on the road, we couldn't really get big packages. Flow video isn't really super related to truck camping, but it's a great product, and that's why we did that. So we have a few other make this a business, basically.
Yeah, we need money.
I got 60 megabits down, like 80 megabits up with a 7 millisecond ping. You can tell us in the comments.
How bad is it? Because we are thinking that it's okay. Let us know, please. Let's see.
Oh, make some don't buy this junk videos. I'm skipping to the bottom here. Chuck, that's actually a really good idea. Because there's a lot of stuff we've gone through that we found out is terrible.
Absolutely do not buy this. Yeah, good idea. So let's maybe come back.
Yeah.
This trailer, let's see. This trailer, you need a diesel and a dually. I say a Ram 3500.
Christopher S. As soon as I can figure out how to swing it, there's a couple things. I'd like to go to a 5500 or a 550 for a couple reasons. The wide track axles give you a better turning radius. This thing is like steering the Titanic.
It's
a lot of 450 and 550 series trucks, but they have like half the turning radius. So I'm really excited about that. But also the payload capacity. When you have a bigger truck, you just don't have to worry about the payload capacity as much. We're at or you're 13 inches taller than I am.
Yeah.
Well, big, they're tall. They have like, I don't know what you call it, vaulted ceilings like this.
They're nice.
Brazil. Rodrigo.
Go.
No, we didn't. We've talked about it a bunch of times.
Well, number one reason is we wanted to be nimble and we didn't want to tow anything. We wanted to have a relatively small rig, if you can call it this way. And I know with a tri camper, you can kind of handle, you know, some off-roading. I know we're not really doing off-roading at all, but
well, no, I mean, we don't, it's not like we're doing hardcore off-road driving, but we go places that you absolutely could not get a trailer down. We just didn't make videos about it. Like in the Badlands in South Dakota, we went out to, we went to some cool places.
We can explore it a lot more than other people with like fifth wheels and travel trailers can. It also allows us to have a little bit more privacy because, again, we can pick places that a lot of people cannot get to. So that's nice.
I think also for me, I enjoy the driving aspect. That I can go pretty much anywhere I need to, especially on mountain roads and stuff. We have plenty of power. The exhaust brake gives us plenty with a trailer. It means we can drive on roads that I probably shouldn't drive. If we want to start games, Wilburn. Will we continue to travel as we start a family? And yes, that's basically the whole reason our relationship.
Definitely, that would be part of it.
So a big part of what we're trying to figure out is I'd like the idea of not having to go back to a 9-to-5. How do we like our new tires? I love the tires. I really like them. Huge improvement over the last those. But no, % of it. Appreciate it. It's one of those things that I just.
Hi. Let's see. I have gigabit internet and the video set to 320p and it lags and almost.
Well, I think maybe. Thank you, Chuck. The problem is, I think there's no point in doing this if you guys can't see us. But I think we'll probably wrap it up because it sounds yes, but not for what we do right now. And I'm really frustrated that the
video's not working.
Yeah,
it keeps on saying the connection is unstable. Please wait. Yeah,
it could be. We have a good connection data wise, but it could just be laggy because of the campground's full. So maybe we'll have to do this on like a Tuesday or Wednesday.
When they have less people.
So I apologize for the. Yeah, thank you, Chuck. I'm sorry. I apologize for that, but unfortunately, we're on shared internet, so not much we can do about it.
That's what we got. Yeah.
It's better than our cell phones don't work at all here.
So excited, and we wanted to try this out.
We'll see you again in another video, and we do have more videos coming. I'm just really struggling to find the time to edit because I'm doing like 50 or 60 hours a week just at the campground.
Yeah, and thank you again so much for the donations.
Yes, we appreciate it. Thank you. And we'll definitely have our stickers and our t-shirts and stuff ready.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll try.